In today's video, we're going to be looking at a stock that is about to go parabolic tomorrow and why you should keep it in your watch list. We gotta look at the overall markets to get you guys ready as always, along with doing an update on some of the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video. Y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the Nasdaq, and so far the Nasdaq has been uptrending. In the last video, which I believe I released it on like Tuesday nights. Yeah, I released the last video on Tuesday nights. I shared with y'all the structure on the chart. It's right there. Along with the warning that it was a little, that I thought it was a little too early on the breakout, but it could still behave. All right, so the following day on Wednesday, it definitely broke out. Thursday was a holiday, and then Friday we had that continuation upwards. So far the structure is clean and it's moving the way that it's supposed to be moving. Now the next level to watch for, since the bulls are still in control of this thing, regardless of what happens tomorrow. Let's say we see some type of massive pullback, right, and we close at the same price, the bulls are still in control. All right, so the next stop to watch for is a move up to 20,850. That might happen again, like I said, if there's some turbulence tomorrow for no reason, right, then the expected bullish move will be pushed back another day. Okay, it might be pushed back another day, so watch it for that move. Now with QQQ, it definitely went to 490 on Wednesday, which again, congratulations to anybody who captured that, who made some money on that, and it went up to 495 on Friday. 500 wouldn't be too much to ask. I think you can make it. Again, either tomorrow or Tuesday morning. All right. So that's my thoughts on the indices. The VIX hasn't really done too much. Yeah, it's still trading at support. It's gonna stay just a little bit above $12 until the markets are officially ready to have a massive drop. Because we're gonna have a massive drop. We've been trading at the all-time highs for quite some time. All right, but I think I'm just gonna give it a few weeks. When it's time to discuss a potential drop with everything, you're gonna see a giant bear on the thumbnail. All right, but for now, the bulls are in control. Now let's look at the stock that is going parabolic, or that is about to go parabolic very soon. That stock is none other than, let me go on the 1 minute and let me clean everything up. All right, that stock is none other than Apple. All right, now I want to share Apple with y'all for multiple reasons. First and foremost, we have the 4-hour chart right here, and just like the Nasdaq, Apple has a similar structure on here. It stretches from here, right there. Well, let me just bring that a little higher like that. All right, and then we have this, and then we have the breakout that occurred around the time that that the Nasdaq got out. All right, and what to expect with this one? Definitely watching for a continuation up. The structure is clean. It hasn't given us any indication that it's fake, and ever since the first day, this is the first, all right, ever since that day, this bell at the bottom at 216 hasn't rung yet. All right, so if you've noticed this thing and you are in calls, this is definitely a hold. So for tomorrow, watch it for a move up to 231 right here. All right, also there was an ascending triangle that was cooking on Friday right here, and that broke out quite strongly into the close with tremendous volume. I think this one is gonna outperform everything. I think it's just setting up like it would. All right, now that's just two reasons. There's also another reason which you may or may not have caught, especially from the first massive push, which was from here, right? This first massive push was the result of the weekly pattern right there. There is a bull flag, and the bull flag broke out, right? So we have the bull flag right here finally break out with the AI news, I think, that they put out, right? So there's a lot of upside, but for the short term, watch it for a move up to 230 bucks. All right, now let's discuss banks. Morgan Stanley. I shared with you guys this one. Was there some money to be made on it? There was a little bit of money, not a lot, just a little bit. Obviously it didn't outperform and go all the way up to 102, which can be frustrating. All right, but it went all the way up to 150 cents. Unfortunately, it didn't hold. Like, this level didn't hold on Friday. It just started to tank, and it did what it's not supposed to do, which pretty much eliminates the structure. Like I told you before, if it gets below 99.30, ditch it. All right, it's no longer clean, and there's no longer opportunity on this thing. It's probably gonna go sideways, or maybe even slowly drop. But for now, this thing didn't really do much. Now, what trade did we take? The trade that I took, let me share with you on the Discord. Between Wednesday and Friday, the trade that I took was on CRM. All right, now I took a trade on CRM because of the bullish pendulum there, right? So again, two structures formed. The first one was MS. The second one was CRM. I chose CRM. Why? Because again, I honestly wish everything behaved really well. Unfortunately, Morgan Stanley didn't, but CRM did. So I bought CRM calls like 3 minutes before the close, because Wednesday was a half day, right? So I bought those calls, and I had a very aggressive price target of 280, and it didn't quite get to 280. But fortunately for me, my contracts actually doubled. All right. So on the next day, on Friday, it opened up higher at 263, and then pushed all the way up to 265.7, which is where I sold half. And then a few minutes afterwards, this is 9 o'clock, 30 minutes after the market opened. A few minutes afterward, I decided to get rid of CRM altogether at 934. All right, if you go down here to the profit and losses, we can see somebody made 40% on CRM. All right, another person ended up making some money on CRM, and then I ended up making $2,000 on CRM. Again, so this is pretty much how our Friday was. Somebody took an Apple trade way earlier, because I told y'all before that I broke out at the same time that the Nasdaq broke out, and I even pointed it out right over here on the 3rd, which was on Wednesday, 10 minutes before the market closed. All right, so I had a lot of options. CRM was one of them. Apple was one of them, all right? And this was pretty much what I posted at the time. And that person took advantage of it. So that's what happened with these two stocks. Could CRM actually make it to 280? I have an alert set on there. And if it rings, the odds of me taking that trade long are really high, all right? So you may want to put your alert on there like I do, like I have right now. Because I don't think it's quite done yet. I think it has room. I think it does. All right. That's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks. Last one is Tesla. All right, now with Tesla, congratulations to anybody who made some money on it. I warned you guys in the last video that the gap fill to 245 was a possibility, and it opened up at 235 and ran to 240 to 248 actually. Right, these are gaps on the daily time frame. These are gaps. All right, and right now, I mean, Friday was kind of like a neutral day. Is it done yet? Is this the time where it stalls? I think it is. The maximum I could see this thing going is 260. The maximum I see it going. But again, they could surprise us. Who knows? So that's pretty much it for all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where I can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul Nguyen at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.